was the first one in the tunnel. Her long year of basketball over. She was chosen #1 in the WNBA draft last night. We saw Caitlin Clark take the last shot of her season, one that ended with an 87-81 loss to the Sun in Game 2 of the first round of the playoffs, and took a team that had won 30 combined games over the previous 4 years to its first playoff berth since 2016. Clark had a rookie record-setting year. Here she is.
Did you know Caitlin Clark's rookie season in the WNBA caused merchandise sales to skyrocket by 450%?
I feel like I didn't even have time to really reflect on my college career because it ended so fast, and then I came here and was trying to give everything I could to this team, and it was special. There was a lot of things that this group accomplished. I feel like basketball has really consumed my life for a year, so I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything that's happened that, a lot of people probably didn't think was possible.
That's not just good for a rookie, that's changing the game entirely. But here's the real kicker. Some people aren't happy about it. Let's talk about why Clark's success is rubbing some folks the wrong way and why it's actually the best thing to happen to the WNBA in years. Picture this, you're at a Fever game. The arena is packed with 17,000 screaming fans.
Yeah, a year this far.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark came into the WNBA as the most impactful women's basketball player we've seen in a generation.
All right, Caitlin finally getting a moment to breathe, right? As she just mentioned, didn't even get to reflect it all on her college career and just jumped right into things and had an epic season.
And it took a combination of things, both on and off the court. Off the court, attendance, viewership. On the court, breaking the single season scoring record or the all-time scoring record in college.
Everyone's eyes are locked on one player. That's what it was like every single time Clark stepped on the court this season. It's crazy, right? The energy was off the charts. But not everyone's thrilled about Clark's success. You know what's wild? Some people are actually upset about all the attention she's getting. Can you believe that? We're gonna break down why they're mad and why they're missing the big picture. Trust me, you don't want to miss this.
Arenas were upgraded, viewership through the roofs. But then when it comes to the basketball, what she was able to do was truly impressive. But now you see her in the WNBA and you can say the exact same thing. Most impactful that we've seen in women's basketball for those same two reasons. She averaged 19 and 8. For some context, I won Rookie of the Year. I think I averaged 12. It is a huge feat to get those types of numbers.
While some folks are busy being upset, Clark's busy making history. Ever wonder what it looks like when a rookie dominates not just the court, but the entire league's business? Caitlin Clark's first season is redefining what's possible in the WNBA. Let's break it down. Clark's rookie numbers? We're talking 19 points and 8 rebounds per game. That's not just good, that's make the veterans nervous good.
That there was a big three with Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell as well. But what she has been able to do has transcended not just women's basketball, but it's women's sport. After Olympic break, you mentioned it, Molly, it's like finally she can wait, waiting to exhale.
Totally.
23, 9, and 8 were her averages, bringing the Fever to the playoffs. I know the only other athletes that I can see recently, the past generation that have moved the needle like this, maybe Serena Williams, absolutely. Anytime she played, anytime she won titles, straight up viewership, box office.
Imagine stepping onto the court as a rookie and outplaying stars who've been in the league for years. That's Clark's reality. But here's where it gets wild. Clark didn't just dominate on the court, she dominated the entire league's business. The Fever led the WNBA in attendance, pulling in over 17,000 fans at home games. That's like turning every game into a playoff atmosphere. And it's not just about filling seats, it's about creating an electric environment that makes people want to come back game after game.
There's an incredible level of gratitude that should be accorded to this young lady with what she did for the sport. That's not to take anything away from anybody else. First of all, let's put this in its proper perspective. When I think about Caitlin Clark, the operative word that comes to my mind is gratitude. But I often argue, when I've argued with folks about this, you think NBA players shouldn't be thankful to Magic Johnson? You think NBA players shouldn't be thankful to Larry Bird? You think NBA players shouldn't be thankful to Michael Jordan?
You know what's even crazier? Clark wasn't just Rookie of the Year, she made the All-WNBA first team and finished 4th in MVP voting as a rookie. Let that sink in for a second. Most rookies are happy just to get playing time. Clark's out here competing for MVP. That's like a freshman in college acing graduate level courses. But it's not just about the awards. It's about how Clark plays the game. Her ability to shoot from long distances is changing the way teams approach defense. She's got that Stephen Curry effect. You know, where you have to guard her as soon as she crosses half court. That's not normal for the WNBA, but Clark's making it the new normal. And get this, Clark's impact goes beyond her own team. Her presence has elevated the entire league. We're talking about increased viewership, more media coverage, and a buzz around women's basketball that we haven't seen in years. It's like she's single-handedly pushing the WNBA into a new era. But here's the thing, with all this success comes pressure. Every game, all eyes are on Clark.
35 at home, 15,000 on the road. Attendance for the entire league up nearly 50% this year, according to data. When we talk about league attendance, the Indiana Fever, all right, with Caitlin Clark, led the league in attendance both home and on the road. Fever averaged 17,000 from across the timeline, and Indiana leads all teams with an average attendance of, like I said, of 17,035. Merchandise sales are up 450%.
Fans expect fireworks, opponents are gunning for her. That's a lot for anyone to handle, let alone a rookie. But Clark, she's thriving under the spotlight. It's like she was born for this moment. Think about it. How many players can say they've changed the financial landscape of their league in their first year? Clark's done that. How many rookies can say they've inspired a new generation of players? Clark's doing that too. Kids are practicing deeper shots, playing with more confidence, all because they want to be like Caitlin. You know how Steph Curry changed basketball with his long-range shooting? Well, Caitlin Clark's doing something similar in the WNBA.
A first-team all WNBA, okay? Fourth in the league in MVP voting, and we see all of these things. Certainly, she's going to be a great player. Merchandise sales are up 450% for the WNBA, according to Fanatics. So take those things into consideration. Yes, we're looking at the unanimous choice for AP Rookie of the Year. I think we see that. We see the capability on the basketball court. She can shoot, she can handle, she certainly can pass, okay? I look at it from that standpoint, and I say mad respect.
But her impact isn't just on the court. She's reshaping the entire league, and it's happening faster than anyone expected. Imagine this, you're watching a Fever game, and Clark pulls up from way beyond the arc. The crowd holds its breath. Swish, nothing but net. The arena erupts. That's not just a three-pointer, that's a statement. Clark's not just playing the game, she's changing it. But here's where it gets wild. Clark's influence is spreading like wildfire. Coach Sue Phillips says Clark's performances are the talk of the town among players. Why? Because she's not just making plays, she's making the impossible look easy. And that's inspiring a whole new generation of ballers. Think about it. How many rookies can say they've changed how an entire sport is played? Clark's deep shooting range isn't just impressive, it's revolutionary. Kids are out there practicing longer shots, pushing their limits, all because they want to be like Caitlin.
What this person did. And when you take that into consideration and you think about what the WNBA is on course to continue to do, how women's basketball, the attention, the allure, are there other players in the WNBA that are better? Yes, at the moment, okay? But they never did for the league in terms of attention, how all of a sudden that's in the mind's eye of everybody else. You clearly have this person, Caitlin Clark, to thank for it.
But Clark's game isn't just about scoring. Her all-around skills are setting a new standard. Passing, defense, basketball IQ. She's got the total package. And that's raising the bar for everyone in the league. Now, let's talk about impact off the court. Clark's not just a player. She's a cultural phenomenon. Major brands like Nike and Gatorade are lining up to work with her. That's huge for the WNBA. It's bringing more eyes, more attention, and more respect to women's basketball. You know what's crazy? Some people are comparing Clark to NBA legends like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. That's not just hype, that's respect. These are players who didn't just excel at the game, they transformed it, and that's exactly what Clark's doing for the WNBA. But here's the real kicker. Clark's success isn't just about her, it's about the entire league. The WNBA is seeing a surge in popularity like never before.
We just watched one of the most unique experiences in the history of sports. And I'm talking about the Caitlin Clark experience. Here's the excuse I'm going to give them, and this is the bow I'm gonna put on this whole conversation. And this is a sympathetic take towards everybody on the Indiana Fever. And it's gone on nonstop. The Caitlin Clark experience.
Attendance is up, merchandise is flying off the shelves, and more people are talking about women's basketball than ever. Think about the ripple effect. More popularity means more money. More money means better facilities, better training, better everything. Clark's success is lifting the entire sport. That's not just good for the players, it's good for every girl who's ever dreamed of playing professional basketball.
And then the clock rolls into the NCAA tournament. And by the NCAA tournament, I was like, this girl's the biggest star in sports. When practice starts back up in October and games start back up in early November or late October, she's now the biggest star in college sports and she's playing at Iowa.
But let's be real, with all this success comes pressure. Every game, all eyes are on Clark. Fans expect fireworks. Opponents are gunning for her. That's a lot for anyone to handle, let alone a rookie. But Clark, she's thriving under the spotlight. It's like she was born for this moment. Clark's thriving, but her success has stirred up unexpected controversy. What if I told you that her groundbreaking rookie season has exposed long-standing inequalities in women's basketball? It's a situation that's forcing the league to confront some uncomfortable truths.
No, it's never happened in America. And then when you throw on the animus and the jealousy and the media being against her, February, March of 2024, it's like, holy cow, she's the biggest star in all of sports and she's a woman. This is very unique. No woman's ever been asked to carry this burden.
You'd think everyone in the WNBA would be celebrating Clark's success, right? Wrong. Some people in the league aren't exactly thrilled about all the attention she's getting. It's weird, isn't it? A player brings in more fans, more money, and more excitement to the league, and people are upset. What's going on here? Here's the thing, this isn't just about Clark, it's about a history of overlooked talent and unequal recognition in women's sports. Stephen A. Smith pointed out that some people feel resentful because Clark is getting attention that many talented black players in the league never received. That's a tough pill to swallow. Imagine working your whole life to be the best, only to see someone else get all the spotlight.
And then obviously you have Angel Reese still trolling her and the people in the media being uncomfortable and Paige Beckers is really the best player and Paige Beckers, you know, she understands her white privilege. She ain't break my record. I was playing with a real size basketball. She wasn't. All of that. And it's like, oh, wow.
That's how some WNBA veterans feel right now. It's not that they don't think Clark deserves recognition. It's that they've seen so many incredible black athletes not get the same level of attention over the years. This controversy is shining a light on a bigger issue in women's sports. It's not just about who's the best player, it's about how women's sports, and particularly black female athletes, are seen and valued by the media and society. That's a heavy topic, and Clark's success is bringing it to the forefront. But here's where it gets complicated. Clark's not doing anything wrong. She's just playing her game and doing it well.
Caitlin Clark doesn't. And so here's a woman that becomes the biggest star in sports earlier this year, February, around that time, goes all the way through the NCAA tournament, ends in early April. The next week, or within a week or 10 days, they have the WNBA draft and ratings fly through the roof.
The attention she's getting, that's good for the whole league. More eyes on the WNBA means more opportunities for everyone, but that doesn't erase the frustration of players who've been overlooked in the past. So what do we do with all this? First, we need to recognize that this isn't a simple issue. It's not about Clark versus everyone else. It's about a system that hasn't always been fair in how it values and promotes athletes. Second, we need to use this moment to have some real conversations about equality in sports. The buzz around Clark is an opportunity to talk about the incredible talent that's always been in the WNBA, an opportunity to push for more recognition for all players, not just the ones in the spotlight, and an opportunity to address the ongoing challenges in valuing women's sports. Think about it. If Clark's success can open doors for more coverage, more sponsorships, and more respect for the WNBA as a whole, isn't that a win for everyone? It doesn't erase the past, but it could help create a better future for all women in basketball. And this controversy shows we've still got work to do in how we view and value women's sports. But it also shows how one player can start important conversations. Clark's impact goes beyond her stats. She's got people talking about issues that have been swept under the rug for too long. Caitlin Clark's rookie season, it was like nothing we've ever seen. She took the Indiana Fever from the bottom of the league to the playoffs. That's insane, but here's the crazy part. It's just the beginning. Think about this. Clark's not just changing how the game is played, she's changing the whole business of women's basketball. Nike, Gatorade, they're all lining up to work with her. And you know what that means? More money, more attention for the entire WNBA. But the real magic, it's how Clark's inspiring the next generation. Kids are out there right now, practicing those long-range shots, dreaming of being the next Caitlin Clark. Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the WNBA, now's the time to tune in. Clark and players like her are taking this game to a whole new level. You don't want to miss it.